So we're going to have to talk about the increasingly fascist J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance has had many questionable, stupid things to say, replacing the bureaucracy with loyalists, which is what Trump did, is what he's saying the next Republican should do. That's known as fascism or authoritarianism. That's what you do in non-democratic regimes. You replace the people that are professionals at what they do in places like the CIA and the FBI and the FDA and, you know, other important agencies, as well as, you know, the Department of Education and Health and Human Services, with cronies to you that don't believe in science and don't believe in even religion. They believe in your cult. But now J.D. Vance is letting even sort of another side of him slip, the "it's cool to beat your wife" side. Who knew that we were going to get that? In a speech that has now come out, he said that, quote, "people change spouses like they change underwear today." And I would say, you're right. The guy who you literally defamed yourself, the guy who you crawled on the floor through broken glass to kiss his shoe and debase yourself in every possible way to deny every sane thing you ever said, which weren't a huge number, but at least existed. Donald Trump, 5 kids, 3 wives, cheated on the last one with a porn star while she was caring for his then couple-month-old kid, watching Shark Week, which is really exciting. Donald Trump, who insulted each of his wives, who his first wife made claims in court, who just passed away recently, Ivana, raped him. And of course, backed off, because I'm sure Donald Trump and Michael Cohen, who's admitted to these kinds of things now, never threatened her. Donald Trump, that's the guy who's your patron, who you've gone to for support, whose ass you've kissed like a giant, wet, orange. I don't want to go any further with this metaphor. Here's the thing. J.D. Vance has kissed up to him. I'm sure J.D. Vance has kissed up to Newt Gingrich, who was busy cheating on his first wife while he was impeaching Bill Clinton for for being unfaithful. He was cheating on his first wife, sneaking out in cars with the aide who worked for him in his... Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me get his wives straight. It's so hard to keep all of his wives straight. The first wife was his teacher he met at school. He was cheating on her with the second wife. While she was in bed with cancer, he served her with divorce papers. Then the second wife he got bored with, he was cheating on her with the third wife, who now, you know, became the ambassador to the Vatican under Trump. The one that looks like a Stepford wife. He was busy, you know, sneaking out in a car with her, which is, how does Newt Gingrich even fit in a car and all the parts? And you know, I can't even. And then Rudy Giuliani, who certainly goes through wives like, goes through wives like people change underwear, or like people show up at the Four Seasons landscaping, or sometimes try to have it on with 15-year-olds in Borat films. You know, that's 9 wives between 3 people that I'm sure all are big supporters of J.D. Vance. You might want to talk to his party first, as is often the case, before he starts lecturing the rest of us. Finding Republicans who were married twice, Bob Dole, Ronald Reagan, Mitch McConnell, hell, that's not even sport. And close your eyes and point in any direction. You'll find that. Maybe they really should fix themselves. Maybe they should fix themselves. That actually would be better for the entire world if they would fix themselves. But, you know, this whole thing is disgusting in that what he's advocating here is not only should people stay in bad marriages, it's better for the kids. It's really not if people hate each other and have gotten to that point, but in violent marriages. And you know who the violence is coming from most of the time. It's coming from the people J.D. Vance sort of finds himself, you know, who is it that he pictures in this marriage as sort of being like him and committing the violence? It's the man, of course, right? That's who he identifies with. You know, he's not having any sympathy for women. He's not a woman, doesn't understand, but they're the ones being beaten, and they should, I guess, stay in a marriage. And I'm not saying there's no domestic violence from women against men. In fact, apparently Sarah Palin's husband, when he left her, oh, she's running for Congress now from Alaska, and I'm sure J.D. Vance supports her, even though people switch their spouses too often like underwear. She actually, apparently in the divorce papers, she physically attacked her husband. I don't mean to make light of any of this. You know, I make jokes along the way here, but it's absolutely disgusting and despicable that you would tell somebody to stay in a marriage where they're being physically abused, much less emotionally abused. But, you know, J.D. Vance isn't a real person. He's a brand at this point. Literally is what's the GOP's id, and who do you hate? And I'll fill right in there. What a pathetic lost soul. We'll see if we can even get back to the earlier J.D. Vance, the one who just hated all the people he grew up around and thought they all were failures and drug addicts and the rest, because he's just a wonderful fellow. Hey guys, if you like these videos, please subscribe. We've been growing quickly. Hit the like button, comment. You can say whatever you'd like about me. Hopefully good things, but whatever you like. And share it with your friends and encourage people to subscribe who you know. Thank you.